Go. Okay, I changed the name so it just says guest. Go ahead, my guest. Introduce yourself to everyone.
Howdy, neighbors.
Yeah, Dan the man.
All right, everyone in the chat, if you know who that is. And thank you, Van Life and Gina, for the super chat. Do you guys know who that is? Do you want to talk a little more for them, my guest?
Bring him.
I don't really have much to say.
I know you don't have much to say, but you say a lot when you don't have much to say.
Oh, it looks like they know who it is. They know who it is.
Oh, yeah, they know who it is. Bring them up. I'm frozen. I'm going to go out and come back in because I'm frozen here.
Okay,
So,
Dan, do you know how to unhide your camera?
Yes, I do.
There. Did I do that right? Hello. How the heck are you?
How am I good?
It is so wonderful to see you.
I've never seen you before other than one or two of your videos. So it's nice to see you too.
Oh, we'll get to meet someday when the borders open.
Yeah.
Where are you? Where are you right now?
I'm in Quartzsite with the LTVA South, Quartzsite LTVA BLM land.
And how long have you been there?
What year is this?
2021.
I've been here since 2020. I came down and bought the whole season pass. So that's 180 days. And it closes here the 15th of April.
And then what's your plan?
Well, right now I'm kind of gravitating towards just running on over to Ehrenberg and hang out by the river for a while longer, and then start moving north. You know, just we haven't figured it out. My girlfriend Vicky has to do taxes here in Quartzsite next week, so we have to hang around until then. Oh God, turn the camera back off.
No, what happened was I had my little duck hat on and I took it off and then it froze, so I guess I have to keep my duck hat on.
Oh, okay.
Just saying.
You guys are crazy. So how do you guys know each other?
It's a funny story. Dan would no, he doesn't like talking, so I'll fill you in. It was funny because I was down in 17 working on Jax's bus, and he says, and him and Jax are pretty good buddies, right? They were talking back and forth, and Jax says, "I got this guy wants you to look at his van." I says, "What's his name?" He says, "Blue Van Dan." I says, "Well, that's fitting. I know he drives a van, right?" "Yeah." So anyway, I met Dan, and it was just a hoot. He thought he had a big problem, and they were going to put a new motor in his truck. And I said, "No, it's probably all right, Dan." But then we found out 2 years later that it was the timing chain, but it's all good. And then ever since then, he always has this list about that long every time I go down. So just a funny story. I'm going to tell it because Dan will candy coat it. I go to do the master cylinder. Oh, Megan, the episode is 120 is the episode number. And I go and change the master, and I says, "Oh, how long has it been like this, Dan?" "Oh, probably 10 years. And he keeps adding brake fluid to it, right? So I changed the master after 10 years. It was quite fun. But it was a fun job, and we got her all done. It was a blast. Yeah.
It was, and it was much.
What was last? Oh, the motor mount. The motor mounts. Oh, the motor mounts, Dan. Tell them about the motor mounts, Dan.
Yep, you've done 2 of them. And I got another one sitting here waiting to go in because I think the one under here has got too much oil on it. It's rotting away again.
I thought we put 2 in it.
We did.
We put 2 in it.
The first one you put in, the very first one, that's the one that is starting to, it looks to me like it's slipping, because it gets the oil from the blow by. Yeah.
The hard one.
Yep. And I had Steve bring me another one from one of the supply places over there in El Cajon. And so I have another one waiting. One of these days I'll get around to it.
Oh, when I get down there next, you mean, is what you're saying. That's what you're saying, Dan. You're saying until I get down there next time. Exactly. Yeah. See, every time Dan knows, like we talk back and forth maybe once or twice a week, right? And he knows when we're coming down, right? So he gets everything all lined up gets all his ducks in a row by the time I get there. The last time was a van build. What did we do with the van build? That was motor mounts, right?
I got the list. Yeah, motor mount. But, there
you go. He's even got a list. See?
I've got a lot more done. I've got a whole lot more.
You got a lot fixed on it, though.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's still a list. I still have to get the tranny rebuilt. We found metal shavings in pan when I had the filter and the oil, everything checked there in El Cajon. I mean, they're not a lot.
I don't know too much, but I don't know too much, Dan, but I don't think that's a good thing.
Yeah, no.
I don't even think that's a good thing.
That's not a good thing, Paula.
There weren't tons of them. They just enough that the guy goes, look, and Steve goes, look, I've pulled shit more out of rigs that were way worse than this, and they drove them for decades and decades. So just pay attention to the fact that find a shop, so in my travels, I'm kind of, whichever direction I'm going, I'm going to try and find a shop that can, rebuild it for me.
So we have a question here from Marilyn Monroe. She says that you have a really cool solar oven, and if I tried one, no, I haven't.
Yeah,
what is it like using a solar oven?
He does.
Yep.
Would you recommend that?
Pardon?
Would you recommend a person using a solar oven? I don't know anything about them.
We used it today to cook hot dogs. We use it.
It works slick, I tell you.
I could use it every day in this sun, but I don't eat that much.
Does it take longer to cook than a regular oven, though?
No, absolutely not. No,
really?
Whatever the recipe calls for. Well, I'm going to say, I always say no, but then I don't know if you can see it. I can't tell where the camera.
He loses track of time.
So did you make this?
Look at that baby.
I made it. I created it. It was the first of their kind on the planet. A buddy of mine is the one that got the tubes brought in from China. It took him about a year working with a supplier to create the first tube, which is smaller than this one in diameter.
Mm-hmm.
And then he sent me like 10 of them, and he says, here, sell these. And I'm going, sell what? It's a glass tube. So I created these ovens, and I've got 36 or 37 of them in US and Canada. And then we got these bigger tubes. He finally got those done. That took another year before they could actually make them. They didn't have the technology and the know-how and the ability to do it, but finally did. And then as the old saying goes, shit hit the fan, and I completely got out of it and just stopped doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and now another company's bringing in the same diameter and size tube, and when we brought them in, we had to sell them for $300 a tube. And I just bought this one to replace the one that blowed in on me the other day. After 8 years of use, it imploded for like $130, something like that, in Amazon or someplace. I don't know what it was.
Oh.
Unbelievable.
But
It
it
does
dropped
work
right
good
in.
though.
Oh yeah. I can burn biscuits in 20 minutes. And
So
I'm not.
how long have you been living this lifestyle, Dan?
Well, I spent 23 years on and off as a truck driver, so I was stuck in a little space. So I was already well aware of my abilities to live in small spaces. But I started living really full time 4 years ago when I put the van together. And even when I was at my house, I lived in the van. I just used the house for I did. I just used the house for the toilet and the shower and the refrigerator because they didn't have a fridge in here at the time.
Okay.
You lived in the yard in the van.
I did. You can ask anybody. They camped with me. They
Yeah.
know all those people that came and stayed there.
So what's the best
Yeah.
part about living in the van?
The best part. It's home. It feels like home.
Yeah.
I feel really comfortable. Here, let me turn this around and see what kind of a view you see. This is my view. And to me, I don't mind it. I have access to the internet. So, like we're doing right now, and I can go where I want, when I want, if I want. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm old and I drink. And I have a girlfriend sitting right here. And I'm fine.
Life's good.
Yeah, it really is, Badge. I mean, I think about it a lot. People say, don't you miss your place? Well, of course I do. Holy crap. I had it for 20 plus years. And it was a beautiful place, but it was time for me to move, do something different. And right now, this allows me time to sit and think. And I'm not bored. I just enjoy being. I learned how to just be on my property. I don't want anything, don't need anything. I'm fine. I've got this to do, that to do, this to do. And you end up just content, I guess, is the word.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's all the people too, like old farts like Badge.
Yeah, when I'm down there, then there's two old farts like Badge. So,
Yeah, that's true. I'm not getting any younger. I've actually noticed more gray hair.
So
where
what
you-
are some of the challenges? Like if I was going to go stay out in Quartzsite, what would be, a couple of the biggest things you think I would need to know coming from Canada? So no experience being out there.
Well, it all depends on what version of it you're doing. If you can afford to spend the 180 for the 7 months of BLM LTVA access, I would say do it. It's well worth the money. Just from a couple of a lot of standpoints. One, you can park in a place if you're trying to get used to, living out here that has water, sewer, dump, It has all that stuff. Security, a version of security, to where you don't have to really worry about trying to find that stuff when you're out on the road. And yet, then you can also zippity doo dah around to the other BLM areas down here if you want. You don't have to stay here. I didn't have to stay here. There's like, I think there's 6 or 7 LTVAs down here. The 4 of them right in this area, but then there's a couple. There's, what is it? Dang it, Senator's Wash or something like that down there, and a couple down by Yuma.
Midland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you have
Midland.
access to all. You have access to all those places. So one, you have a fallback place. You have an area to go get water, dump your, if you're just learning, you can sit and watch too. And then I would say that be ready for the wind in Quartzsite. It gets kind of rough to the point where you go, damn it, there's just no trees here. And it's not this way all the time. I would say this year was exceptional. Yeah. Because I don't remember it being this bad last year, but I was only here for a couple of weeks last year in this area. Over on the other side of the hill in Ehrenberg, it was definitely less windy. But then places like Ehrenberg, you're on pure BLM land. Pack it in, pack it out. 14 days, technically 14 days. And so you have to make sure you have all your own stuff when you go in and out.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful. The view, the cameras don't do it justice, when you're sitting down here and you're looking out over there, and that's got to be, I don't know, 3-4 miles away. And it looks like you could just walk over there in about 10 minutes.
Oh, nice. So we have a question. Does your BLM pass, is it good for all BLM land then?
This is not a BLM pass. Yeah. BLM, you can go, any BLM you can go on. This is an LTVA pass, long-term visitors area. It's a different version of a BLM pass. This is like a, where you literally pay for the services. And then once this shuts down in April, by shuts down, everything's locked up. There's no dumpsters, there's no water, there's no toilets. They lock everything up. But I believe you can still come and go and camp out here. Pardon?
It turns to 14 days.
Yeah, it goes back to being 14-day like all the other BLM around here. The difference is that when you pay for that pass, there's certain BLM areas like this one where when I come in, I can use the facilities. If you don't have a sticker on your rig that proves that you bought the pass, you can't use the facilities. They have people stationed at them.
Oh.
To look. They're part of the volunteer crew. They just keep an eye on to make sure that you're, not somebody who's just coming in and using the facilities for nothing.
Oh, is Badge trying to show us one of those? Let me make Badge bigger. That's the pass you need to have?
There's a sticker right there.
Well, they vary. The one for this year is red.
Yeah, that's the one from last year.
Yeah. Thanks for showing us, Badge. Good to know.
You're supposed to take them off.
Sorry. So if you're on that land, you don't have to move every 14 days while that season is open.
No. There's people that come down here at the beginning of October when it opens, whatever day it opens, and they set up their camp and they are here the whole 7 months. It's $180 for 7 months.
And there's water access,
cheap.
Drinking water,
sewer,
and garbage and toilets if you need a camp near a vault toilet. All of that for 180 for 7 months.
That's insane. Oh my goodness, that's great.
Yeah.
Well,
really
see, the problem was out in Squatterville was at Ehrenberg, at the laundromat, they quit dumping sewer. So you had to go to Blythe or you had to go to Quartzsite. And it wasn't cheap anymore, so you might as well just pay because the amount it costs you to dump your tanks, the $180 is cheap.
Yeah, that's the other
So
version.
yeah,
I don't have that, but I'm having access to the vault toilets. I have a girlfriend, so I have with an RV, so that's the reason why I'm allowed to camp out away from the vault toilet. If I didn't, I would have to camp within 500 feet of a vault toilet, which isn't that bad. You can be a little farther away.
Yeah.
But it's no big deal. But then on regular BLM land, holy smokes, 14 days, go have a good time. And I enjoy, I've always enjoyed me, peace and quiet, the van. I'm with the shit hitting the fan this year. I haven't been to any of the parties, and I really wanted to, although I miss all of that. But the bus get together, I wanted to go hang out around there because I'm kind of toying with the idea of getting a bus. Yeah, I had 2 of them.
They don't even do water at the laundromat anymore. Holy smokes. That's unbelievable.
Really?
Yeah, that's what Gina says.
That's what Jeannie just said.
Gina Pertowski.
They don't do water at the laundromat anymore. So they don't do sewer and they don't do water. So that there alone makes it worth the 170 is real cheap then.
Yeah, 180. Yeah, it really is. Wow.
So what's the biggest difference oh, sorry. What that?
Anyway, our time's going to run up here in a minute. Well, it's really good to see you, Dan. I know you don't like talking a bunch, but I really appreciate you coming up.
I really appreciate you coming, Dan. Thank you so much.
We'll try to snag him. We'll snag him again to come up. Do an hour. We'll snag him for an hour next time.
I'm gonna have to switch to better beer then.
Hey, it's not bad.
Oh, that's funny. Do you find that there's much of a difference without the Canadians this year?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's been a lot more peaceful. Them rowdy ass Canadians.
Only Dan would come up with that. Oh, it's been a lot more peaceful. Yeah.
Jack and Jake and Badge. Oh my God, the world it's been quieter down here.
I know it's quiet.
That's a good thing. Actually, it hasn't been. But traffic-wise, I mean, when you drive in here, the line to dump the people that have to dump their septic tanks, instead of being, 75 vehicles long, RVs long, it's only been 12. So,
yeah, I guess. Well, our next guest is already here.
Oh, there you go.
I'm out of here.
Well, thank you so much.
It's good to see you, Dan. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Later.